Okay. Well, looking at the month again. All right. It's looking bad. It's looking real bad, and I don't know why. I'm so optimistic. So, looking at the month here, this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a real possibility for a pull back up to this line in the next 10 days. Maybe starting Monday morning, tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning for a week. That would pull that candle up and leave a wick down here, much like the week before and the red candle here. Before the next month, it turned into a green. So let's look at the week. So I'm looking at the MACD here, and I'm thinking everything is telling me it's going to go down more. I should just say that. But I'm looking at this MACD, and I'm just thinking that this could pull back up, that this could start that kind of sideways slide slope that I was talking about. So where was I wrong? Well, I did a little bit of a retrospective. When it was going up to here, banks were saying 150,000. I think JP Morgan threw out 300,000 Bitcoin like it was just nothing, like they wanted to look smart. I have no idea. They were probably doing something with Bitcoin offerings and just lying to their customers. But I'm part of a secret stock page. And I told one of the guys on that stock page, I said 64K. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing 64K, then back down to 17. Right? So, my last buys being at 47 and my sells being at 57 made some pretty good sense, right? Because you don't want to be wrong. You don't want to be the guy that's saying, "Oh, it's only going to go to 64K," and then fucking JP Morgan's right. And the reason I bring that up is because I'm not sure I was so wrong. So that was like 70 something percent. Like a 73% drop. Now, what really threw me off was this peak right here, this part going up right here. I actually expected this peak right here, but I expected it to continue to go down from here to 17. That's what I expected. Maybe even sharper than that. I expected something, I think, much sharper than that to go down to 17. But it went up. It went up to here, it went up to 68, and all of a sudden, like, I was thinking, looking at this right here, that 72 was very possible. So I went in again with another buy at, like, what, 47K. So I somehow thought that on the week we would get more support here on the 200. I thought we would go below it, but 25 we didn't get that support. Right now we are on, literally on the week. We're literally on the support right here. This little green line that goes all the way back, way back to December 2020. That's what's drawing this little green line of support here. And I'm wondering, is that enough? Now, I'm not saying it's going to go to the moon. You got to keep that in mind, because I am expecting a much more sideways downward action now that we are closer to the bottom, right? And this right here on BTC, this may be, quote, the bottom, but I think we're going to hit that again. I'm just not so sure if it's going to be this week. So we just started this weekly candle. We've got 6 days and 18 hours. It'll be interesting to see what this does. But it would not surprise me at all if this candle started pulling back up towards this 200 EMA on the weekly. So that's what I'm looking for. Monday evening, Tuesday morning, right? Monday morning, Monday evening, Tuesday morning. I'm looking for this to go up. If it doesn't go up, it's not going to go up in my mind right now. And we can look at ETH. Now, ETH is another one that I'm expecting this one to go up, right? I'm expecting it to pull back up to the line, just like the other one. The reason is because... Okay, this is going to sound stupid, but if we look on our weekly at our volume has just been trash for a very long time on ETH. It's been trash for a very long time on BNB, and it's been trash for a very long time on BTC. Right, one small bright spot here. I'm expecting one small bright spot. If we don't get it this week, I'm really going to be counting on it next week, right? So I think last week I said I was looking for a bounce. No, last week was the Fed, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. Okay, so the Fed, BTC on the day. It's a good transition. And while we're on the day, let's switch our bottom indicator here to something that I like. All right. So on the day, BTC is giving me kind of a warm fuzzy here, right? On the RSI. It's making me think that maybe Monday morning some money is going to be coming into BTC. Some people are going to be seeing some long-term holding value in BTC. You see, one thing that always kind of pops into my head is that, you know, every Bitcoin cycle, which is also a market cycle. These are 3 to 4 to 5 year market cycles, right? That we see. We see a bear market every 3 to 5 years, almost guaranteed. How big of a dip that is you know, depends on whether we're in a recession or whether we're not in a recession. Right now, I am no financial advisor, but according to my college economics class from community college, we are in a recession, and that's how it works. And we're about to see prices drop because nobody's buying anything. So some things are going to drop, but some things won't, and nobody will know why. Yeah, we were funny story. I'm in the back of a pickup truck, And it's a big pickup truck, big cab, 4 people, 5 people can sit in it easy. But so I'm not like in the back of the pickup truck. But I went to help a buddy pick up a motorcycle, and I'm talking about how I've never seen it this bad. I've never, I've only heard stories of it this bad, and we're just entering it like now. We're at all of our data that we use to decide whether or not we're in a recession is all like 30 days old. So I don't know what to tell you. Um, and a street sign just falls in front of his truck. Now this is suburbia. This isn't the inner city. It's not rural somewhere out in the middle of nowhere where some sign just fell because it was dug into dirt or something. This was suburbia. Signs just falling into the streets, and that's what it feels like. It feels like every time I go outside the door, another road sign has fallen in the way, so to speak. It's a metaphor for life. But I think we're just at this breaking point, right? So if we look here on the day, this is what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for a parallel channel. Yay, right? I'm sure you guys were expecting it, maybe to there. I'm actually hoping more to there, right? That something like that holds on the day. So we'll have to see. But what that means is that within this week, we could see some early movement, 12% up to 22, 23K, right? Or we could just completely blow past 17, and at that point, we're headed to 13, 12K, something like that. I don't know. We head to 12K. No idea. Still going to hold. Still going to hold. Don't know what to say. Because everything else is losing value. Where else would I put my money? Right? Everything else is also losing value. If you're looking at the stock market, but then again, Monday could be good for the stock market. Let's go to the 4-hour here. Because last week we had this like Jerome Powell decision, and unless I'm mistaken, that was right there, right? So it fell, and then the guy started talking, and it started going up. And to be honest with you, I just lost all optimism at that point. I just thought to myself, "Oh my God, what kind of market influence is happening?" Because the stock market was even doing better than Bitcoin, I think, as far as going up. And I decided I just needed to walk away from all of it. I'm in cash. I think I've said that before, right? So all of a sudden, I just wanted to walk away for a few days, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. We now have this new low, and I see no reason why we will not hit this low again. Now, our 1 hour, so our 4 hour, if you look, the 4 hour is not too bad. This is where we're going to find our bottom. This is where we're going to see our bottom happen on the 4 hour. This is where we're going to notice, right? Because we now have all these levels of resistance and previous channels that we know we need to break, right? So if we break up if we really did find the bottom, which I don't think we did, but let's say once we are at the bottom, once we see the bottom, it's going to form like this. It's not going to be some big gigantic, oh, we hit the bottom and now we're going to go to the moon. It's going to channel down here, and then it's going to move up a channel, and then it's going to move up a channel. And as it starts moving up channels, it becomes much easier to start buying in on those channels, right? And then the moment it breaks a channel, you sell. You could sell everything if you wanted to, or you could just sell your last channel you were betting on and hold you know, put it into hodl stage, right? Put it into hodl mode, which would be good. Otherwise, hopefully you have 10% of your account put in on one of these sideways channels, so that when it does go, because it will go up and then it will go sideways, just like it went, just like it went down, right? I mean, we can see sideways here. We see this little section of up, but we can see a long sideways here, and then the whole way up here on the 4 hour, right? Sideways, then down, sideways, then up. And then when you have your runs, they're just going to keep going. It's just going to be boom, 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 boom. So that's what I'm looking for. 4 hour. And yeah, it's going to happen. The bottom's going to happen, whether it happens this week or 2 months from now. It's going to happen, right? So I don't know what to say. This is what I need to do. This is what I feel like I need to do to watch this. But right now, I have no reason whatsoever to believe that this is going to break above this channel anytime soon. If anything, I think we're poised to be inside of this channel for days, maybe weeks, right? Easy. So let's shorten this up just to leave it here. See what happens, because this could be totally wrong. I drew this on the day, so you'll have to forgive me if I get it wrong. But we're going to leave that right there. And that's our BTC on the 4 hour. So BNB, I didn't have a order in over here, so I didn't get $200 BNB back here. But as soon as I saw this 2 and then I saw this 3, right, I said, oh, and I threw in an order at BNB at 199.5. And this was a small percent of my total trading account that I was going to buy some BNB, and I was going to put that away and hodl it, right? Because my idea now is that now that we've reached that 200, I could see us going lower, right? How much lower? I don't think it's going to be that much lower, to be honest with you, on BNB, but I think it's going to go down here again. I think we're definitely going to get to 180 again. Let me put it that way. The 4 hour, I don't see anything on here that's changing my mind. But if we look at BNB on the day, we got a long road before we reach this 50 again. So that either means this is going to go sideways or it's going to go up. And right now, 80% of me is saying it's not going to go up. It's just not happening, and that other 20% is saying it's going to go down. So at 100% of me says it's not going to go up to reach this line. So I think we're going to go sideways here too. Let me see, throw on another parallel on what I'm seeing, and I'll keep all these on the day. But something like that. So where are we going to break? Are we going to break up or are we going to break down? I already said that I think we're going to see 180 before we go up, right? But I think that I don't know. I don't know why I'm optimistic. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense. And we look at ETH, right? Same exact story. We've got a lot of white to cover here. A lot of space to get through. A lot of time and space. Everything is about time and space. Everything. Someone once asked me, when I was feeling particularly mentally clear, they asked me what the meaning of life was. And my response was a simple increase in complexity. But price over time can't get that complex. So, yeah. As a matter of fact, I've got a story about Simple increase in complexity. I got a few stories about simple increases in complexity. All right. So, yeah. So, boy, on the day too, Ethereum, RSI making me feel a little BNB on the day, making me feel like I'm glad that I have at least a little BNB bought right now. Cuz if it goes up right now and I still think it's going to go down, let's say BNB goes to 20 or $224, I'll sell what I got again. So, yeah. So there's that. I guess I'm not doing too good at the hodling thing. And I should warn you that cost averaging in is the best way to win at this game, not trading. I do this for fun. I actually only trade so that I make money so that I can buy Bitcoin so that I can hodl. My majority of hodl is Bitcoin, not shitcoins. So keep that in mind. Look at Cake here real quick. Cake dropped down. Cake went down to like $2.50. I would like to see Cake for $2. And I think Cake can do it. I think Cake is looking just as optimistic as everything else is right now. I could easily take $200 and buy some more Cake and lock it up for another 52 weeks and just see if I lose it, right? So, yeah, that's something that you got to be ready to do. If you're gonna take these trades, if you're gonna lock up money with Pancake Swap for 52 weeks, are you prepared to lose all of that money, right? Oh my God, am I at the rant part? I think I'm at the rant part at the end. So, God bless you, YouTube. God bless you, YouTubers. God bless you, Pancake Squad, or whatever you guys call yourselves. I saw all of these crazy videos. Put $56,000 into Pancake Swap and never work again, right? And I mean, I wonder how that's working for them right now. Well, it's probably not working at all because you get a reasonable exchange rate or a reasonable interest rate now. Let's see here. Because to be honest with you, I haven't looked at Pancake Swap in a while. All right, let's see. That should be doing it. Pancake Swap, earn. Go to pools. Because, yeah, I mean, they had to do this, right? So now, let's do the calculator. Let's say that you put in, let's say you put in $200 now. 23 cents. Okay, that's not very good. That's 1 week. So let's say you put in like, what number did I throw out? Let's say you put in $30,000, right? That's now getting you $34 a week. And you say to yourself, okay, well, can't do it on the week. That's the one that's going to be the lowest one. So you go to the 5 right here. And that's $366 a month. There were guys they were throwing in $30,000 and getting out large sums of money. The calculator's not here. I'd have no idea how I would do that, but you get the idea. And then you do the flexible and it's just as bad. It's even worse with the flexible not locking it in, right? Because then you get $100 here. So you're looking at, yeah. And these are reasonable rates. That's the one reason why I like Pancake Swap above all of them right now, is because these seem reasonable, right? You go in 1 year on the flexible. So let's look at what 52 weeks. You're almost getting 100% interest if you locked in, and that's huge. That's 91% interest. You still will never, ever, ever find that interest rate outside of crypto. And to me, that's fairly high too, right? I would rather see a lower interest rate and a more expensive coin. Um, I think that the problem with these DeFi coins, especially with the lending ones, right, is that they print themselves out of they, they just print themselves out of value. So that's why I'm not dropping thousands and thousands of dollars into anything like cake, right? Makes sense? Makes sense. So, all right, that's it. I'm expecting something to happen. I'm thinking we're really close. We're getting low. There's not much more that we could lose. We had, so, I mean, if we had 100 people buy Bitcoin, just to make the math super simple, if we had 100 people buy Bitcoin back in 2017 and 70% of them sold it, right? Half of that 70% now knows better to never sell again, right? So now we have a lot more people entering Bitcoin. We're still going to have that 70% that are going to sell their Bitcoin because they're worried they can't afford it, or they weren't prepared to walk away from this money for 5 years and see what happens, right? And lose it. Because if you're not in Bitcoin, Bitcoin is risky as hell. I can't imagine putting all of my hard-earned savings into ADA. No offense, guys, but I mean, or Doge. I feel, oh my god, so many people with tattoos have Doge. I don't know what to say. Um, but yeah, so get ready for it. Things are gonna get. I don't want to make any more predictions because predictions are bad. Usually you're wrong, but we've already had a few things drop out since the last time I said the culling has begun, and we're gonna see more. We're gonna find out that a lot of name brand coins are just not gonna make it through. So my bet is still on layer one, layer twos, right? And straight up honest uh, uh, decentralized exchanges, right? Decentralized exchange coins, things like Sushi Swap, right? And Pancake Swap. So be careful. I do have stuff like Vet. I should say that I do have stuff like Vet, but man, I almost feel like it's worth loading up a couple $100 on a Vet and walking away. Same thing with Sol, right? These are some layer one solutions that could take off, or they may just go away. But we'll have to see. And then audio. For some reason, I bought audio and I said, okay, I'm going to buy a little bit of this and I'm going to put it away. And I don't think I've heard anything about it, but something they said made sense to me. But oh yeah, that's right, copyright, intellectual property. Once they get intellectual property worked out, audio might be worth something. We'll have to see. I wonder if the developers have any clue about. I I should do a deep dive into that sometime. But 1 inch, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Some of these things are going to go away. They have to go away. BTC, BTC is not going away. BTC will go down the further the markets go down, but and oil, I'm so wrong. Talk about talking about things that I was wrong about, right? Right here, oil. How did this happen? 108. Gosh, every time I see that price right there, I think, why am I not buying oil? Um, this is the day. Yeah, I'm going to be looking at oil. I do have a trading account. I very rarely ever use it for anything, but I'm going to be looking at oil. All right, so I'm done. That's enough. Have a great evening. Have a great week. So